Monday in Mooloolaba, the start of the working week for some.
I think there's a fair few on ocean sickness, so I think there's a lot of phone calls this morning and for the rest of the week, I think.
The big barrels too hard to resist, but they come with risks. More than 50 surfers were rescued on the Sunshine Coast in the past few days.
For the surfboard riders, please, experienced surfers only. Things are going to get to around that 6 to 7 metre mark, which is really quite large for the Sunshine Coast.
Gold Coast surfers are also lapping it up, but the super swell and high tides are a dangerous mix.
It's just a lot of unstable water movement in close, so it's just not a safe place to be.
Residents are being urged to tread carefully on beaches too. Huge chunks of sand are being carved away well ahead of Cyclone Alfred's arrival.
The team have looked at the forecast and are quite concerned about significant amounts of erosion.
Golden Beach is already battered, so they've brought in reinforcements.
Over the next few days, the council will be doing its part to try and hold back the surging seas by filling huge sandbags and lifting them into place. But whether that will be enough remains to be seen.
It's a struggle even getting small bags filled.
Yeah, a little bit more.
With long lines at the Caloundra SES depot.
It might flood out the back of our house.
John Grant's fortifying his waterfront home.
We can cope with rainwater, no worries, but as soon as we start getting waves across the road there, then could be a different sort of kettle of fish.
The Brisbane Lions' first game of the season may have to be postponed, along with other major events.
We were scheduled to have Green Day on Wednesday evening. The WPGA Golf is on from Wednesday to Sunday. The Suns, there's the Dual Race Day.
This wasn't part of the itinerary for these campers either, so they're pulling up stakes.
Can't play with Mother Nature, that's it,
It's unpredictable.
But warm, at least.
We just left minus 38 degrees Celsius. Very cold, we couldn't get outside or anything, so this is nothing. We're taking it in stride.
Going with the flow, even though it's only going to get more bumpy from here. Jessica Ross, ABC News, Sunshine Coast.
Well, let's bring in Jenny Woodward now. And Jenny, the latest tracking has the cyclone heading for the Sunshine Coast later in the week.
Yes, Jess, that is the current tracking. Hello, everyone. At present, the Category 1 cyclone is about 500 kilometres east-northeast of Brisbane, but it is likely to intensify again tonight. Now, this high in the south is going to move east into the southern Tasman and help steer the cyclone, along with upper influences, into a U-turn. So then Alfred is forecast to cross the coast late Thursday into Friday, but that could change. There is a cyclone watch from Sandy Cape to almost south of Grafton in New South Wales. Now, it's quite a messy system, more like an east coast low. There's no pronounced eye, so the impact is going to be much broader than a tight cyclone. And the worst of the conditions will be on the southern side, potentially as far south as northern New South Wales. Damaging to destructive winds are expected, and rainfall totals of 300 millimetres are possible within 24 hours. We could even see 0.5 metre or more in some places, which of course brings the risk of life-threatening flash flooding. It's a moving feast, so get prepared and monitor the warnings.